Going on, everybody? Doing a little mic check real quick, then we'll get rolling. Hey, we got a thumbs down. We haven't even started. What's going on, haters? What's going on, Dean, Cali Niner? You guys able to hear me all right? Awesome. All right, let's get this show on the road. Hey, Brian, welcome to the program. Rolling. Aloha. Thank you for tuning in. And Nathan, welcome to the show. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports gambling show. I am your host, Kyle Johnson, coming to you live from, yes, Las Vegas, Nevada. Guys, this week's episode, we've got some more free Canadian Football League, WNBA, Major League Baseball, NFL, and our Real Talk segment. So, guys, stick around. We've got some great information that will make you a more successful sports bettor. And if you guys tuned into last week's episode onto our to fade list, then you guys made some money. So welcome to the show. This show is filmed live in its entirety. There's no retakes, outtakes, backtakes, rewinds. Whatever happens, happens. It is live, and what's said is said. So welcome to the show, everybody. I'm glad to have all of you guys here. If for some reason the feed starts slowing down, please do make a comment. That way we can make whatever adjustments we need to keep bringing you guys the show live in its entirety. But yes, Brian, Nationals did have a hard-fought battle and did beat the Braves for our free play, unfortunately. But welcome to the show, guys. We got a great show for you guys planned, and we've got some free plays coming up in the rest of the show, as well as a lot of great information for you guys. As always, this show is brought to you guys by the fine guys over at CappersDirect.com, your nation's leading group of handicappers, industry experts, syndicates, and sharps alike. Nathan, we will add that one to the list as well. That's a good one, too. But welcome to the show, everybody, and let's get started. Let's get right on. Guys, as far as what we put out today, we've had 3 system plays. Our system plays are absolutely on fire. They're now 27-0. We started 3 brand new system plays tonight. We've got 3 more that are starting tomorrow. If you're on the fence with joining on board the system plays over at Cappers Direct, now's the time, guys. You'll absolutely not regret it, all right? As far as premium plays go, we had 2 premium plays today. We did have a heartbreak for a premium play yesterday on the Dodgers with Kershaw on the mound. Nice 2-2 battle. They tied it up late, and Grandal not catching the ball and tagging him out at home. So it is what it is, but we'll have a nice bounce back day for everybody today as far as our premium plays and system plays are lights out. We put out 3 consensus plays today. The first one being the Atlanta Braves, which was our free video play, which ended up being a loser, unfortunately. And then we've got one that we're going to give you guys here a little bit later. Yes, as Brian and Brian just pointed out, Toronto is leading at home against Boston 4-2, bottom of the third. But guys, that game is absolutely really, really early. Sorry, reading the comments. Yes, Nathan, it was a shock to be able to get an underdog price on the Red Sox earlier in the week. And anytime you get an opportunity in a steal like that, Vegas is just trying to get you to bet a certain way so that way they can get even money on it. Roland, I'm going to tend to disagree with you on that one, bud. Game's far from over. Bottom of the third. That's nothing. It's baseball. It ain't over till it's over, and got a long ways to go for that game. So, anyways, let's continue on with the program, guys. NFL today, full slate of games today. Hopefully, you guys aren't betting them and wasting your time and money betting preseason NFL. We do have Canadian Football League later tonight. Edmonton versus the BC Lions. Line on that game was -3.5, favoring Edmonton with a total over and under 53.5. A lot of people were getting that 54 or higher. Now, I am going to get this quick and out of the way for all of our viewers out there. Everybody at Cappers Direct, who is our main headlining sponsor for the Cappers Nation show each and every single week. We do have a couple specials this week that I'm going to tell you about. That way we can jump right into our program. We can get the business talk out of the way. Guys, our premium plays, we've got two specials going on that are for people that have never been with us before. If you've never been with us and you've never been on our premium plays or our system plays, then pay attention. This is for you. If you've been on the fence about it and you want to try it out, this is for you. Now, this is not for guys that have already been on our system plays and went 27-0 and they think, you want to get a better deal on it. We're 27-0 on our system plays, and if you've already been paying for them, you should be paying for them again because they flat out win and make everybody money. But for everybody that's never been with us before, we've got two specials just for you guys, and I'm going to make one of them even sweeter. Our premium plays, you can get one full week of our premium plays for $299. Normally, it's $1,000 a week, and normally you can get them right online. However, if you're a new client and you want to take advantage of this special, this is for new clients only. If you want to take advantage of it, you have to call in to get this. You have to call us 888-561-8923. Once you call in, we can give you online access if you want online access, or you can get your games over the phone. It doesn't matter. But in order to get this special, you will have to call in. All right? We're running the same special for our system plays. 1 week of our system plays. If you've never been with us before, $299. You'll also have to call in for that one. Now, I'm going to sweeten it up. For everybody that's never been with us before, for $299, I will give you our premium plays as well as our system plays for $299 for the entire week. 7 full days of both plays. The only way you'll get that is by calling in and then asking for me. If you ask for one of the other guys, they won't do that for you. All right? What they'll do is they'll give you either the week of premium plays or the week of system plays for $299. But if you want the combo special, you need to call in and you need to ask specifically for me, and then I'll help you out and I'll get you guys on that. All right. Also, Canadian Football League, if you guys want the rest of the week of Canadian football, 3 games, both side and total, we're giving that for just $50 for the entire week. For Canadian Football League, you'll get both all 3 games, both side and total. And then also for our system plays, the CFL is open for everybody, as well as this one special on our system plays. Guys, if you purchase 1 month at $14.99, we're going to give you the rest of the season absolutely free for all of our system plays. So you'll get from today or tomorrow, whenever you sign up, all the way through the end of the baseball season, all for the price of 1 month. So buy 1 month, get the rest of the season absolutely free. These sales end Saturday. All right, guys? So if you're a new listener and you want to take advantage of one of our specials for $299 for the week of both our system plays and our premium plays, you'll get online access to both. All right? But in order to get the special, you got to call in. All right? So 888-561-8923. It's the number. It's at the bottom of the screen of all of our videos except for the live video. All right. Now that that's out of the way, let's jump right into the Canadian Football League, guys. It's Thursday. It's our second favorite day of the week. Our favorite day of the week being Saturday. But it is Thursday. It's our second favorite day of the week. Why? 1, Cappers Nation Live. 2, Canadian Football League. Guys, all summer long, we like to bet Canadian Football League. All right? Even when the NFL comes on for the regular season, we still bet the CFL. All right? We still bet the CFL. It's entering week 9. We've had 1 losing week, which unfortunately was last week. We went 2-5-1, I think it was last week. Yes, 2-5-1 in week 8. Other than that, we've had great winning weeks the entire football season, Canadian football season. Now, Week 1 we went 4-0. Week 2 we went 4-1. Weeks 3 and Week 4 we went 4-2 in Canadian Football League. Week 5 we went 5-1. Week 6 we went 6-2. Week 7 we also went 6-2. And then last week, Week 8, we had a losing week, unfortunately, 5-1. And we got a little ahead of ourselves on a couple bets and didn't end up well for us. But we'll have a great bounce back week this week with Canadian Football League starting tonight between Edmonton and the BC Lions. 5-2 Edmonton facing off against the 2-4 BC Lions. Line on that game is -3.5, +3.5 for the Lions, with a total over and under set at 53.5 when we posted our plays for all of our CFL clients. Brian, I see you on there. Did you get my email that we sent you earlier today? Hopefully, if you haven't log into your account online. You'll be happy. Tonight's game, guys, 10 p.m. Eastern time, so there's still time for you guys to jump on board our CFL for the rest of the week. You can get Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturday CFL plays, guys. If you're looking to bet football, all right, I'm going to tell you to stay away from preseason NFL. There's a lot of reasons why. And the main one, it's absolutely impossible to predict and handicap preseason NFL football. It is impossible to handicap any preseason sport, any sport preseason. Fact. Anybody that tells you, I've been doing this a long time, guys. Anybody that tells you they can do it, they're full of shit, and they're just trying to sell you, and they're just trying to make a quick buck. Excuse me. So, if you guys are looking to bet football, make sure you're betting Canadian football until the regular season of the NFL starts in just a couple weeks. All right? Save your money. Start betting on something that's predictable and will make you money. That way you can build your bankroll so when football starts, you can really step out and bet bigger. All right, guys. Friday, tomorrow, there's Canadian football again, 8:30 Eastern time. We've got the 3-4 Hamilton facing off against the 4-3 Winnipeg team. Line on that game has Winnipeg favored at -6, Hamilton at +6. Total over and under 58.5 points. All right. I'm gonna say not necessarily, Dean. You know, it's preseason, and if people want to be betting preseason, just don't come crying. I hope everybody wins, but don't come crying if you pay somebody for preseason and you find out they're full of shit. So, Saturday, guys, CFL, Saturday the 11th of August, we got one game. The 1-6 team, Montreal, with Johnny Manziel. Man, did Johnny Manziel get absolutely murdered last week and thrown to the wolves against the 4-3 team from Ottawa. And, you know, Manziel will get better. He will. It's his first real game, and I don't know how long. He will get better, but I don't think it's going to be this week. And he's probably going to get taken advantage of for the next couple weeks before he finally gets the hang of it and back into a nice groove. The CFL part's going to be short and sweet this week, guys. Danny, the phone number is 888-561-8923. I'll actually post it in the comments, and it's right on our website, cappersdirect.com as well. But don't call me now because I can't answer the phone. I mean, I can, but it's good. Glad, Dean. Glad to know that you're one of the smart ones out there, because you'll be honest. I mean, I'll be honest. I know there's quite a few people that have fell for some people's tricks and tactics lately and buying preseason. There's nothing wrong with buying the NFL season in preseason, meaning buying somebody's plays in the preseason for a discount. But if you're going to be betting NFL preseason, I already gave you the disclaimer on that one. All right, guys. Now, if you guys got a lot of this message that I'm going to say is more geared towards our clients that and our viewers that are watching this after the fact on the archived version on our website or the many places that we do post this. All right, if you're looking to get your company noticed, It doesn't matter if it's another sports service. Maybe you're one of our competitors over at Cappers Direct. You've got an offshore book. You got a marijuana company, alcohol company, Joe's local taxi service. It doesn't matter what it may be. All right. If you want to get major exposure for your company, we've got great advertising opportunities available for you guys. All you have to do is just give us a call, 888-561-8923, or shoot us an email, cd@cappersdirect.com, and we'll be happy to hook you up. We've got huge advertising opportunities available. We don't just limit ourselves to just one sports service. The only thing that we ask, if you're a sports service and you want to come on board and advertise on the show and you want us to be able to start talking about your guys' services weekly, just make sure you're honest and legitimate and you're not out there ripping people off. And if you're selling NFL preseason, I ain't going to let you on the show anyways. All right? So if you're selling NFL preseason, you've been forewarned. Don't even waste your time. All right? But if you're a legitimate service and you want to get on board here, we'd love to chit-chat with you. All right? We'd love to get you on board as an advertiser as well as have you on the show on a regular basis. So with that being said, guys, we're going to move right into our WNBA segment. Sorry, I'm multitasking. Danny, if you want my my personal number, just call the office and I'll be happy to give it to you. All right? Just call that 888 number that I posted after the show's over, and I'll be happy to, or send an email, and I'll be happy to give you my personal cell phone number. All right? So all you got to do is call the 888 number and ask to speak to me. It'll come to me. All my clients have my cell phone number. All right? Many of the viewers that are on here already have my cell phone number or have access to it. Nathan, believe it or not, that one dislike came before I ever said a word, which was absolutely awesome. Just shows that the haters were standing by, ready to go live to give us that first dislike, which, you know what, it doesn't matter if it's a like or a dislike. You know what? Thank you for the dislike. Whoever disliked it, you're not hurting my feelings one bit. And I just thought it was cool that I got a dislike ever before I said one word. All right? Not many people can say that one. So, all righty. Let's move right along. WNBA, guys, it's in full swing. Now, one cool thing is our WNBA, for everybody that likes WNBA, and I know there's quite a few of you guys out there, and ladies, we got the company to lower the price on their WNBA season because the season is fastly approaching us and passing us by. So we did get the company to lower the season pass price for the WNBA down to $199 for the rest of the WNBA season. That includes playoffs as well as their championship as well. Nathan, to answer your question, Cappers Nation more than once a week. The status on that, it's going to happen. All right? We will have Cappers Nation live more than once a week once college football and the regular season kicks off and starts. Now, we just have to decide what days of the week we want it on. So I was going to ask this later in the program, and I'll probably ask this again. But to everybody that's watching this either live or the pre-recorded version, or the archived version, what days do you guys want to see it? Now, I'd like to see the shows split up because the idea between the show is the information that we give you will make you a more successful sports bettor over the course of the week or that time between now and the next show. So if we had shows on Thursdays and Saturdays or Thursdays and Sundays, you're going to have to go almost nearly a full week between Sunday and the next Thursday. So, or, maybe Mondays and Thursdays. Therefore, you only have really 3 days in between shows to bring you guys the most current, updated information to make you guys a more successful sports bettor. Especially with multiple sports going on. Guys, we've got Major League Baseball right now. We got Canadian Football League, WNBA. College football is starting on the 25th of this month. So just a couple weeks away from the first Saturday in college football. It's not a busy one the first week or the first Saturday, but after that, it's real busy. All right, we got NFL starting up in less than a month. And before you know it, college basketball will be here. And before we know it even more, NBA will be here. So we want to be able to bring you guys Cappers Nation live multiple times per week. But now we just have to decide when's the best time. Now everybody already knows we do Cappers Nation live every Thursday. But what's the best day to bring it to you guys as well? What do you guys recommend? If you guys have a recommendation on the next best day to bring you guys Cappers Nation live, I'd love to hear it. All right, guys. So you can either do Bryan College is my favorite as well, man. All you guys got to do is either post it in the comments, post it in the live chat, or send me an email or a text message, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about when's the best day for you guys. So I work 7 days a week, guys. It doesn't matter to me what day I bring you the show, morning, noon, or night. I am open to bring you guys the show. So just let me know what you guys are thinking, and we'll bring you another day. It may be 2 days a week, maybe 3 days a week. But as of right now, it will be at least 2 days a week. We'll bring you guys Cappers Nation live. Alrighty. Now, moving right along. Now, I'd love to hear, on my screen, it's frozen. So I'd like to know that you guys are able to hear me. And so if you guys can give me just a little sound check, let me know that you guys hear me. It would be greatly appreciated. And then we're going to move right along, right into the Major League Baseball segment. And then we'll get you guys that information. We'll get closer and closer to our to fade list. Nathan, that's just because you want to see Kelly in Vegas. Perfect. Glad to know you guys can hear me crystal clear. It's completely frozen on my screen. So all I see is the viewer count and your guys' comments, and viewer count's going crazy. I like it. All right. Now, we did do some advertising for the show, so with football, I expect the show to grow and grow and grow, and there should be more comments and more listeners and more participation. And the more participation we get, the more things that I can get from the company to give away to you guys. So that I look forward to. Now, moving right along to the Major League Baseball segment, guys. Until football starts, until college football starts, this is my favorite part, all right? You are correct, Nathan. She is the only one that doesn't look like she doesn't need to be in an old person home. That is for sure. I actually remember when she first got started, all she was doing was giving out plays on Twitter. Then she started selling her plays on Twitter. And then she got hooked up with a service out of Baltimore, and they manhandled her clients and didn't treat them very well. And but yeah, I do remember her, and I've actually spoken to her a couple times over the years, and I will see if we can get her on the show. She would be a good guest. She is very knowledgeable. But Major League Baseball, guys, who's hot, who's not, who not to bet, all right, and who should you be betting, and our favorite, who should you be fading, all right. Sorry, reading the comments. Coming right up, a lot of valuable insight and a few tips that will make you a more successful sports bettor over the course of the next week. Nathan, yes, she is a self-proclaimed college football genius. Yes, Brian, we do have some guests coming soon. I'm not going to say their names just yet because I don't want anybody to try and steal our thunder. But we actually have been working tirelessly to bring on guests onto the show and get the logistics with everybody. Apparently, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific is not the most time friendly, I guess, for the people that we have been trying to get. So it may be live, it may be pre-recorded, but we actually have a couple of the people that were highly recommended or asked about, hopefully coming on the show here shortly. Especially during the football season. So definitely see some special guests once football comes around, but we're trying to get some people on board very, very shortly. We've got, I think 3 committed. And as long as everything goes well with their schedules, they will be on the show here in the coming weeks. Now, if you guys tuned into last week's show, you're in luck again. Assuming you took our advice and took our fade list, then you made yourself some great coin. All right, last week, just by watching the Cappers Nation show. Our to fade list is most everybody's favorite part. I'm not going to lie. We get more requests, more emails. Hey, who was your fade? Who was on your fade list? I want to know who was on your to fade list. People will take our fade list and they'll just bet that the entire week, and they'll make some great money. And if you did that last week, you went 11. Actually, you went 28-11 because the teams we told you to fade. Out of all the teams we told you and out of all the games, out of 39 games, those teams won 11 times and lost 28. So what that means is if you took our fade list, you had 28 wins and 11 losses for free just by watching our to fade list. So we're going to do that again. We're going to bring that each and every single week. Tirelessly, I look rested as fuck. I'm not getting much sleep since they put this bulky hard cast on there, Daniel. So I don't know about rested. Now, I may take a nooner in the office, close my door, shut the blinds down. I got a little blinds on the office. I got a little glass in the window. And I might be guilty of taking a little nooner every now and then. And but I don't know. We've been putting in too much work because as the new season starts, just because we don't bet preseason college football does not mean we don't pay attention to what's going on. Does not mean that we don't have people watching and recording information for us, and that we're not analyzing it and starting to put in our predictions and everything for futures bets and stuff like that. So, now, going back to our fade list last week, which was great. We had 28 wins and 11 losses. Last week, guys, if you tuned in, we told you to fade the Orioles, 4 games against the Texas Rangers, then Tampa Bay. They had 2 wins and 4 losses. We made some money there. All right. We told you to fade the Mets, 4 games against the Braves and the Reds. They had 3 wins and 4 losses. Minus the juice, we broke about even. All right. We told you to fade the Royals, who had 3-game series against the Twins. Then they moved on to play the Cubs. They had 1 win and 6 losses. We made a great chunk there. We also told you to fade the Padres, 4 games against the Cubs, then the Brewers. They went 3-3, so we lost a little bit of juice there. All right. We told you to fade the Detroit Tigers against their 3-game series against Oakland only. They went 0-3. We made some great money there. Unfortunately, we should have said fade them against the Angels as well, and then they would have went 0-6. But we'll only take 3 wins to the credit there for us because we told you only to fade the Tigers against the A's. All right, we told you to fade the Angels. 3 games against Cleveland. They went 1-2. We made a little money there. All right. Then we told you to fade the Miami Fish. All right. We told you to fade the Marlins against the Phillies, then the Cardinals. They had 1 win and 6 losses in their last 7 games since we told you to fade them. Overall, 11 wins, 28 losses for the teams we told you to fade, which, not including Juice, put 17 net wins in your pocket. All right. So after Juice, everybody made a great deal of money, absolutely free, just because of our fade list. Now, quick little score update. Yankees are winning 6-3, end of the 5th. Top of the 5th, Boston is battling back. It is now 4-3. Not surprising, J.D. Martinez hit a home run. And I expect more from Boston, absolutely coming up. Tampa Bay is losing to Baltimore 3-2. Still a little early, top of the 6th in that game. Seattle did knock in 3 runs. What's going on, Derek? Welcome to the show. Seattle did knock in 3 runs in the first. It's bottom of the first with 2 outs. Runner on first. Houston is down 3-0. We still got 2 more games to go. We've got the LA Dodgers facing off against the Rockies. We've got the Pirates facing off against the Giants in San Francisco. And Cleveland squeaked by Minnesota earlier today. Milwaukee jumped out to an early lead against San Diego, and then again lost it. And yes, Nathan, Seattle is on a downhill spiral and trying to stop their bleeding as fast as possible, and I'm not sure that they can do it at this moment. You know, I think they're 3-7 in their last 10 games. We're actually going to talk about them here as one of our teams that we talk about each and every single week. So, but first, guys, I'm going to give this disclaimer. Just because we talk about a team and their stats and what they've done over the course of the last 10 games at home or on the road or overall does not mean they're on our betting list. Does not mean they're teams that we're betting. It does not mean that they're teams that we're fading. We might be taking the overs, the unders, but these are teams that are on our radar each and every single week, all right? And because they're on our radar, the object of this show is, one, to give you guys a little sample of our stuff, but it's also to bring you information that we use on a daily basis, all right, to make you guys a more successful sports bettor. And when we talk about these teams, it doesn't mean we're betting them or we're fading them or we're taking the overs and unders. But all it's to do is to show you teams that should be on your radar on a daily basis. All right? Now, specifically for various reasons, overs, unders, how's the pitchers doing, et cetera, matchups. But the first team that we're going to talk about, and they're one of the teams we talk about each and every single week because they're one of the better teams in baseball, the Chicago Cubs. They're first in the NL Central. They're 62-45 record. Great news, Brian, with Boston tying up the game 4-4. Boston actually is one of our premium plays today. So hopefully Boston comes back and puts some more runs on the board. But back to the Cubs, guys. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games. 6-4 in their last 10 home games. 6-4 in their last 10 road games. And here's one of the keys, all right? They've only scored 40 runs over the course of the last 10 games. But they've given up 41. Now, the Red Sox have some great pitchers. But the Red Sox, the Red Sox. I don't know why I'm watching the Red Sox. The Chicago Cubs. The Chicago Cubs have some great pitching. But they're only as good as how hot their bats are. And if the Cubs can't produce hits in a timely manner, which put runs up on the scoreboard, the Cubs can't win games. It's already been proven that if super low, if the Cubs are only going to score a couple runs per game, they're probably going to end up losing. If their pitchers keep doing their jobs and only allowing 2, 3, 4 runs per game, and the Cubs bats can keep producing timely hits, we're going to see something different, all right, out of the Cubs. You won't see 5-5 in their last 10 games. You'll start seeing the 7-3, 8-2, 9-1 that we see with the Red Sox. The Cubs have the making to be the best team in the National League, which rightfully so they are right now, but you're just not seeing it, all right? There's other teams that are trending a lot better, in a better direction. Roland, I got to disagree with you on that one, bud. You know, they're not killing them. Houston's playing hurt. Their team is banged up. And Verlander got rattled in the first inning. He gave up 4 hits. All right? You know, he gave up a home run and a ground rule double. And I think there was a single by Cruz that scored the first run inning, and then settle down, and it's up for their team to come back, which you'll see the great teams win baseball. Championship winning teams win baseball games after being down. By you saying that they can't win this game, I think you also said that the Toronto game was over and Boston was a winner. Seattle is a good team, but Seattle can't close out a game. Seattle's got a 3-7 record in the last 10 games. What do they have at on the road in their last 10 road games? They're 2-8, giving up 60 runs in their last 10 games. So if you think that they're just going to sit there and shut out, I mean, they may shut out Houston, but Houston's going to battle back. Houston's not going to give up. That's why you're going to see them very far in the playoffs. Exactly. As Brian just said, first innings, the pitchers don't know what their best pitch is going to be. What's working, what's not, how the umpire's calling the game. Is he allowing balls that would normally be a ball on the outside of the plate or just a little bit inside? Is he going to call them a strike, or is he going to let them be a ball? So, the first couple innings for the pitchers, those are feeler innings. They're just getting warmed up. They're getting in the groove. And so to see a team get, hit on in the first inning and give up some runs doesn't surprise me. Doesn't worry me one bit. So if Houston doesn't have any bats, they wouldn't be winning games. They wouldn't be putting up 42 runs over the course of the last 10 games. Yeah, Springer's out. Seattle's a good team, but they're trending in the worse of a cycle than Houston is. So, but anyways, back to the Cubs, guys. I expect once the Cubs start hitting the ball a little bit better, I expect them to start winning a lot more games. The Cubs are starting a 4-game home series against the Padres. And I look forward to that one. We're going to make some money on that. I hate talking about the Dodgers. I hate betting on them, even though we made a ton of money betting the LA Dodgers, with the exception of last night. Dodgers caught us looking last night. My mother's favorite team, but I've always been a Dodger hater except for when we're betting on them. So glad to know, Roland, that you know Vegas. When you come out to Vegas, make sure you give us a call. That Boston game is far from over. But guys, LA Dodgers 60-49, first in the NL West, 5-5 in their last 10 games. We haven't been able to say that for a while. 5-5 in their last 10 games. They've always had a better record than that for the last 2 months. 7-3 in their last 10 home games. 6-4 in their last 10 road games. they've only scored 40 runs in their last 10 games. Now, they've also only given up 38 as well. Dodger pitching has been doing great. Kershaw did great last night against Oakland. Manny Machado made a great throw to home plate. Grandal, their catcher, did not catch that ball and allowed the winning run to come in. Now, Atlanta Braves, another team we've made a ton of money betting and or fading, and you need to know when to bet Atlanta based on who they're playing. And 57-47, they're 10 games above 500. They're in second place in the NL East. 5-5 in their last 10 games. They did have a big slide, especially at home and on the road. They're starting to win games at home again. They're now up to 5-5 in their last 10 home games. While on the road, they're still sucking. They're 3-7 on the road. Their bats are producing runs, 49 runs in the last 10 games. However, their pitching, they've got rocked lately. A few outings, their pitchers have gotten rocked, giving up 48 runs, of course, in the last 10 games as well. Houston Astros, 73-7 in their last 10 games, 6-4 in their last 10 home games, 7-3 in their last 10 road games. Houston winning on the road, but not getting the job done at home. 42 runs scored in their last 10 games. So the Astros are scoring a decent amount of runs, but not enough. However, their pitching has been lights out for the last couple weeks. The Astros pitchers have only given up 24 runs in the last 10 games. And believe it or not, out of the last 5 of their games, they've held their opponents to 1 run or less 4 times out of the last 5. And I think one of them they hit 2 runs or 3 runs or something like that. So the Astro pitching is pitching lights out. Obviously, Verlander getting hit in the first inning today, it really doesn't change anything. The Astros will still be on one of our favorite teams to bet for the foreseeable future. Now, a team that was on our fade list for quite some time, who's no longer on our fade list, the St. Louis Cardinals. 16-55, 5 games above 500. They're third in the NL Central. They're trending in the upward direction. All right, guys, they're 7-3 in their last 10 games. They're 6-4 in their last 10 at home. They're 5-5 in their last 10 on the road. They've put up 44 runs in the last 10 games. However, they've only given up 32 runs. St. Louis pitching has been limiting their opponents to very, very minimal amount of runs. St. Louis pitching has been doing great. Now, if they can start producing a few more runs per game on average, I expect to see St. Louis make a push to make the playoffs in a while, or make the playoffs, and keep that upward trending record going as long as they can keep hitting the ball and their pitchers keep doing their job. Another team that we rode as of late, and we've actually rode the Phillies, and we've bet against them quite a bit. We'll be on them, we'll be off them, we'll be on them, we'll be off them, and we've been making money nonstop, riding them, fading them, riding them, fading them, all season long. The Philadelphia Phillies are 64-50, 14 games above 500. They're right now first in the NL East. They're 8-2 in their last 10 games. They're 8-2 in their last 10 home games, but here's the kicker with the Phillies. They suck on the road. They're 3-7 in their last 10 games on the road. Now, and they're not scoring. Here's the thing about the Phillies. They're not giving up runs and they're not scoring enough runs. All right? They've only scored 34 times in the last 10 games. However, they've only given up 27 runs in the last 10 games, which is enough to be able to get them into that win column and be 7-3, or 8-2 in their last 10 games. So, if Philly starts winning on the road and they start getting those timely hits and producing more runs, watch out for the Phillies. All right? Their pitchers are holding them in the game. Unlike Houston right now, who Verlander is just getting murdered, the Phillies pitching is getting them wins and making them contenders for a nice playoff spot. Another team that we rode really, really heavy in the last couple weeks, the Milwaukee Brewers. 66-51. They're 15 games above 500. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games. 5-5. Reading the comments. 5-5 in their last 10 on the road. 5-5 in the last 10 games at home. They've scored 44 runs in their last 10 games. However, one of the reasons why they're 5-5 and they're losing games is because they've given up 62 runs. All right? They've given up 62 runs in their last 10 games. The Phillies have not been able to close a game lately. All right? They gave a lot back to San Diego, allowing San Diego, after taking nice leads, to battle back many, many times. And Milwaukee's got that problem. And if they can't close out games that they're winning late in the game, they may not be second in the NL Central for long. The Seattle Mariners, 65-50, currently rocking the Houston Astros. They're third in the AL West. Seattle is one of the teams that we rode really heavily when they were winning. One of the reasons why they're 15 games above 500 is, when they were winning and they were lights out, we were riding them. We were riding their hot streak, and now they're unpredictable and scary to bet at times, as we see today with Houston rocking them. I'm sorry, with them rocking Houston 6-0 right now. But it'll be interesting to see if the Mariners can pick it up and feed off of a win tonight if they get the win and get back to their winning ways that got them 15 games above 500 halfway through the season. They're 3-7 in their last 10 games, 4-6 in their last 10 home games, a horrible 2-8 in their last 10 games on the road. They've only scored 34 times in their last 10 games, so for them to be up 6-0 in the top of the second with 2 outs is pretty good. All right. However, their pitchers, especially late in the game, have been giving up a lot of runs. They've given up 60 runs in the last 10 games. Now, the next team, everybody's favorite team to bet, the Boston Red Sox, who are getting beat right now, 7-3, bottom of the fifth. That game is still early, and that's early, especially for a Red Sox game. They're 81-34. They're almost 50 games above 500. All right, guys. Yes, 50 games above 500. They're almost there. What are they? 46 games above 500 right now. They'll be there before we know it. All right. They're first in the AL East. I think they got a 9-game or 9.5-game lead over the Yankees, who are winning right now 7-3. They're 9-1 in their last 10 games. They're 8-2 in their last 10 on the road, 8-2 in their last 10 at home. And they scored 64 times in the last 10 games. So Boston, over last week, they started hitting the ball better. They started producing more runs. And tonight, with their pitchers giving up so many runs, they've only given up 33 runs in their last 10 games. All right, Boston pitching has been winning games. And Mookie Betts, J.D. Martinez, they have been cracking the ball themselves very, very well. So, Boston will probably always be on one of our favorite teams to watch for the rest of the season throughout the playoffs. I don't see that changing anytime soon. Now, the Cleveland Indians, we only got a couple more teams we're going to talk about, and then we're going to get into our fade list, talk a little bit of NFL, get you guys on a free play. I do have a free play for everybody watching today, which seems our advertising is working because we got a bunch of viewers, so that is absolutely great. And for all of our new viewers that are tuning in live on our website or on YouTube, welcome to the program. I am Kyle Johnson. I am your host. Welcome to Cappers Nation Live, where we have this show each and every single week, every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. And we will be bringing you our show at least one more yet to be determined. So hopefully we'll be able to have it multiple times per week, 2-3 times. We'll have it at least 2 times per week, but I'm shooting for at least 3. All right, guys. Cleveland Indians back to Major League Baseball, 64-50, 14 games above 500. First in the AL Central, trending in the correct direction upward for a team that wants to be a contender. 7-3 in their last 10 games, 6-4 in their last 10 at home, 6-4 in their last 10 on the road. They've scored 45 times in the last 10 games, but here's the kicker. They have allowed 26 runs, and that's it over the course of the last 10 games. Now, they did squeak out a win today. They beat the Minnesota Twins 5-4. So another win for the Indians, guys. Indians are a team that you can make some great money on, but you need to time it right based on the odds of their games. I like the Indians, and as long as they're not playing the Red Sox or the Yankees. If the Indians are playing a shitty team, I love them. But if they're going to play the Red Sox or the Yankees, watch out, guys. Be careful. The Oakland A's. And I could go on and on. Like Tampa Bay should be on our list of teams to talk about. San Francisco should be on our list of things to talk about. The Rockies should be on our list of teams to talk about. And we're going to put those on next week's show. Those are teams that are fighting to make the playoffs and have a chance to make the playoffs, and they're trying to make a great push. And there's some great money to be made on those teams or off of those teams with them or against them for the foreseeable future. So we'll add those to the show for next week. Maybe we'll take a couple off and we'll add those on. But the last team we're going to talk about before we get on to our to fade section, the Oakland A's. All right, guys, we absolutely love betting Oakland. Yesterday we faded them against Kershaw, and Grandal let us down. 68-47, 3 in their last 10 games, 9-1 in their last 10 at home. That's against the Dodgers, the Giants, interleague play. It doesn't matter who Oakland's playing at home, they're flat out winning. All right, the Dodgers got their first win in Oakland in over 17 years, or I think it was 17 years. They don't go up there a lot, but when they do, they absolutely lose. And 2 nights ago, they got their first win up there. And then last night, Oakland gave it right back to them. Oakland 6-4 on the road in their last 10 games. So not only are they lights out at home, they're still producing more wins than losses on the road. They're not scoring a lot. Oakland is one of those teams where their pitchers will pitch lights out. They've only given up 20 runs over the course of 10 games. They've only scored 41 in the last 10 games. But that's enough for them to have a 7-3 record over the course of the last 10 games. So be cautious of Oakland, depending on who they're playing. But there's a lot of money to be made on the A's. And guys, they have a league best. They are 46-0 when they're leading after the 7th inning. So when they're entering the 8th inning, if they're up, it doesn't matter 1 run or 10 runs, they're 46-0. Their bullpen has not given up a game in the 8th or 9th inning this entire year. They're 46-0 when leading entering the 8th inning. So there's a stat you guys should pay attention to. So especially for all my people out there that like to bet in-game betting. All right, guys. Now, teams that we like to fade. I know this is everybody's favorite part. So let's just jump right into that. I'm sure if I talked about this first, all these viewers that are watching 2,433, whatever it is, the number's up and down. But anyways, it shows that our advertising is working. But I'm sure if I had the fade list first, a lot of viewers would jump off. So that's why we drag it towards the end. What do I think of the Nationals' chance? Brian, it all depends on they're hitting. To me personally, if a team can't hit the ball and they can't get timely hits, they can't put runs up on the scoreboard. Now, they are 3 games above 500. I think they're 59 and 56. I know they are, the Nationals are finally trending in the right direction. They're not a trash team. I've been saying it all year long. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games. They're just not producing consistently the amount of runs. They beat the Braves today 6-3. They lost to them yesterday 8-3. They lost to them the day before that 3-1. On their doubleheader, they won 8-3. So they scored 8, then 1, then 3, then 6. Before that, I think they scored. They beat the Reds 2-1 and 6-2, and then they had a game they lost 7-1. Nathan, yes, you are correct. The Nationals are specialists in underachieving, but if the Nationals can start producing runs and getting those timely hits, we will see them start to win a hell of a lot more games. All right, and they will make a playoff push, no doubt about it. But let's jump right into our fade list. And because I love talking about the fade list, and I know you guys like it as well. Again, the Baltimore Orioles, it doesn't matter who they play, we're fading the Orioles for probably the rest of the season. All right? They got us 1 week, I think. They burned us 1 week. But for the most part, we make a killing fading the Orioles. All right, guys? Besides the Orioles, Kansas City Royals, they're still on the fade list. They've got a 3-game series against the Cardinals, and they move on to face the Blue Jays. The San Diego Padres are still on the fade list. They've got a 3-game series against the Phillies starting, and then the Angels. All right. The Detroit Tigers are still on the fade list. 3-game series against the Twins, then the White Sox. The LA Angels, we're going to fade them when they play Oakland only. Now, the Miami Marlins, we're fading them against the Braves. 4 games against the Braves next week. All right? Not in between there. They've got a series in between when they play the Braves. We're not fading them then. All right? We're fading the Marlins only when they play the Braves. The White Sox, we're fading them when they play their 3-game series against Cleveland only. They're on the fade list. All right, guys? And then the Texas Rangers, fading them against the New York Yankees, and when they play the Arizona Diamondbacks for interleague play. All right, guys, that is the fade list. Baltimore, Kansas City, San Diego, Detroit, the Los Angeles Angels, Miami, Chicago White Sox, and Texas. All right, guys, this show is brought to you by rcpicks.com. Mr. Robert Connie Jr. has been bringing you winning sports picks for over 20 years with a fully detailed and transparent record. It's all open for everybody to see. Make sure you check out Mr. Connie Jr. Today on his website, www.rcpicks.com. rcpicks.com. All right, guys, make sure you check him out and give him some love. And from what I hear, the dude is absolutely on fire and making everybody a ton of money over on his website. He is one of our approved sponsors of the show. Orioles, Royals, Padres, Tigers, Angels, A's only, Marlins, Braves only, White Sox, Indians only, Rangers, Yankees, and Arizona. Perfect, Nathan. Thank you for typing that in there. That's actually perfect. So anybody who missed it, you don't got to rewind it. It's right there in the comments. Stick around. Towards the end of the program here in just a few minutes, we have a free play for you guys coming right up. It'll be a nice winner for everybody. We're going to talk about the NFL preseason. Short and sweet segment, all right? Don't bet it. Don't waste your money betting NFL preseason. Don't get scammed buying preseason plays from somebody. It's okay to buy a package in the preseason at a discounted rate if that's what they're doing. We'll offer that in the next week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. We'll have our NFL season package up for everybody. Um, there's a full slate of games. Guys, if you want to watch NFL, the NFL preseason, if you want to order some wings and some pizza and drink a bunch of beer or whiskey or tequila, whatever it may be, NFL preseason or anything preseason. All right? So, with that being said, that is our NFL preseason segment. Short and sweet. We are compiling our futures bets for all of our clients. And I look forward to bringing that to everybody. Now, real talk, guys. We're going to make this one short, as sweet as possible as well. And then we're going to get you guys on our free play. Yes, Brian, talking about the NFL preseason. That segment was actually way too long. To actually have to say, guys, save your money, don't bet it, it's actually too long. You guys should already know that. But for everybody out there that doesn't, don't get scammed by somebody. Don't pay for preseason football. Be smart. Now, also, speaking of being smart, bet responsibly. I don't know how many times I hear from people that don't bet responsibly. They bet with their rent money. They bet with their car payment money. Bet with their house payment. You guys lose with another company. You come to us. You look for a savior. And then you call us and you're like, hey, Kyle, I only got my, $1,000 left. That's all I got. And so, me being the asshole that I am, dude, you pay your rent, you pay your mortgage, you pay your baby mama, you pay all this. No, I got to do this, got to do that. Well, don't bet. Just wait. I promise you we're still going to be here. All right? If you're down to your last few dollars or your rent or whatever, please, please, please save it and be responsible. All right, guys? Also, do your due diligence. That goes back to the people that want to sell you preseason NFL. And there'll be people out there that say, Kyle over at Cappers Direct, he's just hating because we know how to cap preseason. Bullshit. 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 All right? I keep seeing new people pop up on YouTube or new websites pop up that claim they've been doing this. They're the best thing in the world. They've been doing this for so long. They weren't even in business last year. They weren't even betting last year. They weren't even handicapping last year. So anybody who feeds you bullshit that they can handicap preseason football or any sport preseason, they are so full of shit, they don't even know it themselves. All right? So do your due diligence on sports services, whoever you use. I don't care if you use us over at Cappers Direct, IP Sports, Mr. Conman Vegas Dave. As long as you guys are happy and you're making money, just do your due diligence, please. I hate hearing the horror stories. And I hear them all day long about how so-and-so company ripped you off or so-and-so company sold you preseason football and then you lost betting the over the Hall of Fame game. Or you bet Baltimore and you lost. See, Silver Fox Warrior, if you're going to bet it for fun, that's one thing. But if a $25 bet to you is a big bet, I'd say, it'd be a mistake. But if it's not a big bet, and that's just, because you just wanted to make it interesting, then that's a whole nother thing. But please, nobody take NFL preseason serious. All right, do your due diligence. All right, also remember, if you're going to take bets from people, make sure you're taking bets from people that actually bet the games themselves. All right, I prove it every single day to our clients that I bet the games. Everybody here bets the games. If you're using a service who won't prove it to you, then horror story of someone getting killed betting on the Orioles and they deserve to lose. Absolutely. If you're betting on the Orioles, you deserve to lose. Plain and simple. A lot of services out there, guys, they'll claim they bet this, they'll claim they bet that, they'll blur out their bet amount. I'm proud of what I bet. It's not because I'm not bragging to you guys that I bet, anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000 a game. I'm not bragging about it. But I'm confident in what I bet, and I don't want to come across as an asshole that's bragging. Um, but I'm not going to hide what I'm betting. And anybody who would tell you, if you ask a service, are you betting the games, and they say, yeah, I bet 1,000, or I bet 2,000, or I bet $100, or maybe they bet 20,000 like me. If you say, show me your ticket, if they tell you what I bet is not important, all that matters is you make money, they're full of shit. If a service tells you they can't produce a ticket, or yeah, I'll text it to you, and you never get it, they're full of shit. You want to see my tickets? Go to our website. I post them all the time. I don't post them every single day. But rest assured, my clients, our clients at the company, if you want to see my tickets, all you got to do is ask. All right, guys? So, also, we had some great last couple weeks. People have been recommending who they want on the show. Absolutely, Silver Fox. I'm glad it's just a fun money bet to make watching the game a little more interesting. Sorry. If there's somebody that you guys want to see on the show, please do post it in the comments, either in the live feed or the comments afterwards, or just send us an email, cd@cappersdirect.com. Or you can, if you talk to me on the phone, you can let me know on the phone. We're working on getting guests. We actually have some scheduled for the next couple weeks, and it's going to be good. So we look forward to bringing these guys on board, and ladies that we've talked to so far. But again, yes, Nathan, we know you want to see Kelly in Vegas on the show. We already know that one, bud. Now, our specials, guys, at Cappers Direct, before I get you the free play, I'm going to run through the specials real quick. We have 2 specials that are only open to brand new clients that have never been with us before. If you've never been on our premium plays, or you've never been on our system plays, if you've never been on either one of those, then this is for you. All right, guys, you have to call in. You got to call us, the 888-561-8923 number. You got to call us at the office, and you got to ask for me. $2.99 gets you 7 full days of all of our premium plays, or 7 full days of our system plays. Our system plays are 27-0. After these systems are done, they'll be 30-0. We've got 3 that started today. We've got 3 that are starting tomorrow. There's no better time than right now to get on board our system plays. All right? Now, if you call in and you ask for me, you got to ask for me personally. If you call in, ask to speak to Kyle, and I will give you the week of premium and the week of system plays for that $2.99. All right, you'll get both the premium plays and the system plays for a full 7 days for $2.99. All right, guys, you got to ask for me though. The other guys won't give that; only I will. It's gonna be a show special only. Now, specials that are open to everybody: Canadian Football League guys, you get the entire week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday's Canadian football system plays. Buy 1 month, get the rest of the season absolutely free. Of our system plays, guys, we went 55-7 last year. We're going to blow that away by a country mile this year. We're already 27-0, and it's going to be really, really good. All right, guys, $14.99. Buy the month. You get the entire season. You get the rest of the season absolutely free. Absolutely, Silver Fox Warrior, do give us a call, and tomorrow or Saturday we'll be happy to hook you up. All right, guys. So yeah, open to everybody. Our system plays for the month. Buy 1 month, and you get the rest of the season absolutely free. All right, guys. These sales will all run until Saturday at midnight. If you're a new client that's never been with us, give me a call, 888-561-8923. Take advantage of the specials. All right, guys. You won't see this price again for a combo. I just posted the phone number to the office. It's toll free to call. It doesn't cost you a penny, especially if you're up in Canada or down in Mexico. It will be free for you guys to call in. All right, guys. Now, let's jump right into your free play, guys. I do have a free play for you guys. later tonight. I know that's why all of you guys are sticking around watching. 10:15 Eastern Time, 7:15 here in Vegas. So in 1 hour, guys, Pirates facing off against the Giants in San Francisco. Sorry, sidetracked. Client texting in. Line on that game was minus 150, favoring the Giants, plus 140 for the Pirates. Over and under 8 runs. All right, guys. Free play on that game. We are taking the over. The over 8 on that game. Hammer it, pound it. As I always say, make yourself some easy money. We did lose our free play earlier. We'll have a nice bounce back on that one tonight, guys. Starts in 1 hour. Take the over 8 in the Pirates and Giants game, guys, and enjoy it. Make you guys yourself some money. And as always, next week's show will air Thursday, the 16th of August, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, in its entirety, as well as this show will be archived and posted on our website and YouTube for everybody to watch and be possible. Obviously, CappersDirect.com, where I work on a daily basis. Papa Dan's Beef Jerky, who has been with us since the very, very, very first show. 100unitpicks.com. Thank you, Michael, for being a part of us. RCPicks.com. Thank you, Mr. Connie Jr., for being a part of us as well. I need to thank our viewers, you guys, for tuning in each and every single week. Without you guys, this show would not be possible. And without this many viewers, I wouldn't want to come on and do it. So, with that being said, guys, our next list of people to thank is our haters. To the guys that give us the thumbs down, to the person that gave us a thumbs down before I ever said a word, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. It just knows that I'm on your radar. We do appreciate it. Absolutely, Brian. Let's finish the week strong. Enjoy those CFL plays that are in your account, as well as the premium plays. Need a nice bounce back either later tonight or definitely tomorrow will be a great day. And remember, guys, if you're on the fence about our system plays, if you want a deal, all you got to do is give us a call. All right? If you give me a call, I will make you a special deal on our system plays. All right, guys? If you're not betting our system plays, I want you to bet them. It's practically free. This is what I tell everybody. If you're betting $500 a game, our system plays, the entire season is paid for after 3 system plays. You double your money after the second set of system plays. Seriously. It's that simple, and I'll even put a personal guarantee on it that you have a winning record at the end of the and make money at the end of the system plays, or I'll give you next year's free. All right? So if you want a special deal on our system plays, all you got to do is give us a call. All right, guys? Give us a call and ask for me. The other guys won't do it because they're not on the show. But if you want a special deal on it, just give me a call. Ask for me, 888-561-8923. All right, guys? For tuning in. Thank you for making us the #1 live show here on YouTube. And I look forward to next week, and we'll see you guys. And I'll try and do a live video over the weekend and bring you guys some more stuff and more free plays. And we'll have another video out later tonight with a free play for Friday as well. So make sure you watch that video as well. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you guys soon. You're welcome, Jose. Nathan, Surf and Turf. I actually had it a couple days ago, but I am overdue for it again. I could have Surf and Turf every night, buddy. I am kind of craving crab legs, but we'll see. I think tonight's pork chops at home. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you guys soon.